Reassess China. What are the facts? Building roads to prosperity has been China's development motto. For the past 30 years, China has started building roads, highways, and high-speed rail. To date, China has 150,000 kilometers of highways and 35,000 kilometers in high-speed rail. And the high-speed rail now accounts for 2/3 of the world's total. With roads and rail lines in place, poor and rural areas are fast catching up with the affluent regions in China. The late Professor Ezra Vogel of Harvard University reckoned that China has done an excellent job over the past few decades in building infrastructure. This colossal task has been highly successful and has greatly benefited Chinese people at the grassroots level. China has achieved one of human history's most astounding miracles. In 2013, Microsoft founder Bill Gates acknowledged that it was the greatest miracle in human history for China to lift 600 million people out of poverty in a short span of 30 years, which also effectively alleviated poverty for half of the world's poor population. In fact, China not only met its target, but also lifted its remaining batch of 30 million people out of poverty in 2020. China promotes connectivity through the Belt and Road Initiative. The Belt and Road Strategy, initiated by Beijing, aims to construct new superpassages from Asia to Europe via road, water, and rail networks, by which the participating countries along the route can thrive together in a much better connected marketplace and economy. As of November 2020, China has signed a total of over 200 Belt and Road cooperation agreements with 138 countries. For those countries not able to afford the infrastructure buildup, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank will extend financial help to them. All countries participated willingly and are expected to benefit from the long-term advantage of connectivity. Chinese people support the Chinese Communist Party government. The US-based public relations consultancy giant Edelman conducted a trust and credibility survey annually on citizen satisfaction levels related to 28 countries or places in the world. The findings reveal that China ranked highest, with 90% of Chinese respondents saying they trust the government, while only 53% of American respondents said they had trust in their own government. Among the European countries, the credibility level for Germany, UK, and France were 56, 52, and 49% respectively.
The biggest lie that they tell is to think that they speak for 1.4 billion people who are surveilled, oppressed, and scared to speak out.
The outgoing US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo had often chanted that the Chinese people are scared to speak out, living in an oppressed and miserable world, and that they should be liberated. Could this be true? There are now 890,000 Chinese students studying all over the world, with about 397,000 in the United States. In 2019, the number of outbound tourists from China reached 155 million. Chinese people traveled abroad freely, and most overseas students would choose to go back to China after their study. Does this look like Chinese people being suppressed and living miserably? World leaders should overcome their prejudice against China, when every fact of the case has shown that China, in the past 40 years, has endeavored to build its own economy and never waged a war with any country. This is in stark contrast to the cruel reality that American military hostilities have become routine almost year after year. So put your hand on your heart and ponder deeply, who is the real aggressor? From a group of Hong Kong citizens.